Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are diving into forms in Dataverse and model-driven apps. Forms are the backbone of user interaction. They define how your data is captured, displayed, and managed. So I hope by the end of this video, you will understand the type of forms that we have and how to create those forms. So I want to start with the main one, which is the most common type of form, and that is the main form. This is the default form users see when they open a record. So when you first open your record, that's what you see. Um, main forms are highly configurable. So you can design multiple tabs, sections, subgrids, and even embed Canvas apps. Most organizations create different main forms for different audiences. So, for example, you might want to create a form just for employees in the sales team or employees in the customer service team. And also, you might want to create a form just for managers. And you can control which forms users see by using security roles as well. So I'll show you what that looks like. So when I click on ferry travel, for example, this is a main form that I see. And as you can see, I have gone ahead and created a manager form and then also an employee form. As you can see, with the employee form, I have made the status and status region as read only because employees are not supposed to edit this ones. But if you go to manager's form, you can see that the status and the status reason is editable. And obviously in the real world, you will have a security role, and then that way that an employee cannot see the manager form. They can only see the employee form that they need. And how you create this is by simply going to solutions, you go to tables, and the tables that you want to create. So I want to create it in an expense request. So I'll go to expense request, and then I'll go to forms. And what you want to do in here is you just click on new form. I've already created two forms, but you go on new form. You want to go here and click on quick create form. You want to give it a name and then create. Sometimes it will not allow you to do that, and the reason is because you first need to enable the table for quick create form. And the way you do that is by going to the table. You will go to properties. It will bring you here. You'll go to advanced options, and then in here you want to check on this box, leverage quick create form if available. So you click on that one and you save it. And that way it will allow you to create quick create forms. Now we'll go to forms, and then you just do what I told you to do, which basically just go here, quick create form, give it a name, and then create. And what that will do is it will bring you to this form basically. This is how it will look like. And in here is where you will basically create the form that you want. You will give it a name. I've just given mine as an employee form, as you can see on the right hand side. And also here is where you can basically control what the person can see, what they can edit, what they cannot edit. So you can do read only, you can lock it, you can hide it. So you basically could do a lot of control here. You want to save and publish it after that. And what you want to do is you want to go to form setting. And in here is where you basically enable the security roles. This is not where you create the security roles. We will discuss that in the upcoming videos when we talk about security, but this is where you enable it for the forms. So at the moment, because we haven't done security, we'll just enable it for everyone to see. But once we do, basically want to go to specific security roles and then give it from here. So for managers, for employees, and so on, you want to do it from here. And then the other thing that you have is form order. So basically which form you want to come first. Do you want the employee form to play first or the manager form? So you can, this is just basically order of how they display looks like. And then once you're done with that, you save and publish it. I don't need to save it because I've already done that. And then you come back out of it. So you will go to your solution, just go to solution, and then you will publish all customization. Just make sure everything is published. From there, what you want to do is you want to go to apps, and then you want to edit the app. So once here, you want to, on the left hand side where it says expense request form, you want to click on that one. And then on the right hand side, you just want to enlarge this one, bring it out. And as you can see, we have employee form and manager form. And once you see that, it just means that it is in the app now. If you don't see that, just make sure you go back and publish all customization. And then once that's done, you want to publish the app as well. And then once you publish it, I've already done mine, but you will go in here and say play. So if I click here on this record, you'll be able to see we are on accounts. We just want to go to expense request, click on the record. As you can see, there's a manager form, there's an employee form as well. And in the real world, you will have multiple forms for different users and for different groups. The second thing is a quick create form. These are basically a lightweight form designed for fast data entry without navigating away from the screen. So for example, if I want to create a new account, and let's say I'm on expense request and I want to create a new account, I will have to go here. I'll have to create a new account. So navigating back and forth, it does waste a lot of time. So what you want to do is, let's say I am on expense request. I want to create a new account while I'm in here. So you want to utilize a quick create form. What you want to do is you want to click on this plus icon and then just say you want to create a contact. As you can see, there's not much information. There's only the vital information here. That is the purpose of a quick create form as well. You don't want to put all the fields in there. You just want to put the needed fields in there, the required fields. So it is lightweight by design. And the way you create that, so for example, if I wanted to create a new account, what I can do is create an account, and what I can do here is account name, I'll say NZ, and I don't need anything else, so I'll just leave it as that, save and close. And if I go to accounts now, NZ has already been created. So how do you do that? Same thing, you just go back to, what you want to do is you want to go back to solutions. I'll just go back from here. Yeah, so you go to table. What you want to do is you want to go to the expense request. And from here, you want to click on forms. And you want to click in here. You want to say quick create form. And basically you want to give it a name and then say create. Because I have already done mine, I will just go from here. I'll just say edit. So in mine, I've only put client and description. What I might do is I might do title as well. It's edited. I'll create that first. Yeah, and what I want to do is save and publish. Yeah, I'll go back. When I come to here, I'll just say publish all customization. It does take a bit of time when you do that, when you say publish all customization, but it is a best practice to do when you have made multiple changes. You want to come to your solution and publish all the customizations that you have made. Once that's done, I want to go to my application. I will go to edit mode. I'll go to expense request form. I will enlarge this here and I'll just see what forms I have. As you can see, I have the quick create form for expense request. Once I see that, I'm gonna save and publish my app, and then I'll say play. Now if I want to create expense request per se, I can click here. So let's say I'm on an account table, but I want to create an expense request. I can click here. Title, I could say, let's say lunch with new clients. Oops, that's a horrible spelling. And then let's just say NZ took relationship manager to lunch. Oops. And then I just save and close. So now if I go to expense request, lunch with new clients, you can see it here. You have the title, you have the relationship, and you have the client as well. Now, another one I wanted to talk about is quick view form. So basically, if I go to accounts or contacts per se, I'll go to contacts and I'll click in on James Bond, for example. Well, let's say I create something new. Let's say I go to accounts, I'll go to Westpac, and I don't like. I'm pretty sure I have a contact here, but let's just say John Smith, right? Basically, if you have to hover here or like click on John Smith to see his details, that's not very it's just not very productive. So what you might want to do is you might want to create a quick view form. Let's say you want to see the email of that person, of John, and also you want to see the manager. How do you create a quick view? So I have already done that. So I've gone ahead, and if I go to expense request, for example, and then I go here and I just go to approval details, as you can see, it's created by, and also you can see the email and then the manager as well, right? And this is automatically done for you, but you need to create the form first. So how we do that is, first what you will need to do is you want to go back to your solution. Because you're creating a quick view for the user, what you want to do is you want to go here to your solution, add existing, a table, and then just users. Do user, and then once that comes up, you want to select it and add it. Make sure you add all the subcomponents as well. Mine doesn't come up for some reason, but I've already added it here. So this is the users. What you want to do is you want to click on users. You want to go on forms. Now I have already created mine, but you see, as you can see, it says here, quick view for expense request. But all you need to do is come here, click on this, give it a name, say create. Because I've already done that, I'll just show you what it looks like. Just click on it. And this is what comes up. So I've already chosen primary, email, and manager. You can choose whatever you want. You can choose city even. So you just click on it, drag it here, and bring it there. You can choose full name. If it doesn't show full name, you can choose the contact number as well. So I've just chosen the email and the manager. Save and publish it. What you want to do is, because you're not done yet. Sorry, I've come all the way to the home page. But you have done that, so you want to publish that. And now, because you need it to be displayed in the expense form, what you will need to do is go to your expense request table. You want to go to forms. And let's say maybe you want it for the employee form or the manager form. I'll just choose the employee form. You will come here. So as I showed you before here, I had it on the approval details. So what you can do is you can do it on general as well, but I've chosen to do it on this tab here. And as you can see on the created by, you just click on that one and you click on components. Once you click on components, what you want to do is you want to click on quick view. And then here on the lookup, you want to say created by. And here is the expense quick view for expense request that you created, the quick view form that you created for the users. It will be here, and then you click on it, and then you just say done. And what that will do is it will bring this up here. I don't need to do it again because I've already done it. And then you say save and publish. You move from there, and then just save, publish or customization, just to be on the safer side. And then once you come in here, you'll be able to see, because you have made it, you have created that for the created by on approval details for the employee form. That's what you will see. So those are the different forms that we have. I'm not going to be doing the card form. The card form is not really used that often, but it's basically a compact form type, mainly used in a unified interface dashboards and the Power App Mobile. So it's very mobile app friendly. I've seen it used on mobile apps more frequently, but they just show few fields. Maybe they'll show full name, contact number, or whichever fields that you want to prioritize and show it on a high level. So you can just maybe choose two fields to show on a quick card form. So there are different forms that you have. Just in terms of choosing the right form, the quick rule of thumb is use main forms for detailed data entry and record management. Use quick create form for speed. So if you want to create a record quickly, you want to use a quick create form. Use quick view for read-only related information. So as we have here, that's a quick view here. And use card forms for mobile and dashboards. You wouldn't really use it as much, but these are the forms that you need to be familiar with. But yeah, that's it for today. And in the next video, we will be diving into the most important aspects of the Power Platform and the Dataverse in general, which is security. So I'll see you then. Bye.